Ever been in a moment so dark that you thought, I'll never get out of this? Or a high so euphoric that you wanted to freeze time? Let me tell you something brutal and beautiful. Nothing stays forever. Not the pain, not the ecstasy, not even the version of you that is watching this video right now. This too shall pass. But what does that really mean? And most importantly, how do you survive the parts of your life that you'd rather fast forward? Stay tuned. Hi, I'm Miss Wangui Muithathi, your personal finance and investment coach, and welcome back to my channel. But today, we are not talking about budgets. I'll be talking about something deeper, the part of you that's exhausted or even burnt out, or maybe heartbroken. For others, it could be wildly successful and still strangely numb, because whether you're at the bottom or the top, this moment is already slipping away. And that truth might be the most freeing thing that you'll ever hear. Let's talk about the moment that breaks you. For instance, there was a time I thought I'd lost everything. Not just money or security, no. I mean the sense of self. You know that feeling, the sinking feeling, that sinking moment when your life just stops making sense. Everything you do, for you, it just doesn't make sense at all. Maybe for you, it was betrayal, or losing someone you love, or waking up to a life that you no longer recognize. You're there, and it feels like it's going to last forever. But here's the thing nobody tells you. You see, pain lies. It whispers in your ears that it's permanent. It tells you that this version of you is who you are now. And to make it worse, that the light is never coming back. What I need you to remember is pain doesn't have integrity. It's just a signal, not a sentence. And right when I thought I'd break for good, something happened that completely changed everything for me. But not in a way I or you would expect. You see, I didn't fix everything. I didn't manifest for a perfect life. All I did was just wait. Waited it out. And that, for me, was the hardest thing that I ever had to do. And let's face it, let's be honest with each other. We hate waiting, especially when we are in pain. We just want the pain to go away. We want relief. And I'm sure you've seen people go to whatever extent to get rid of their pain. You go out looking for answers, looking for closure, You want everything now. But I need you to know that time isn't your enemy. You know what time actually does? It softens what once felt unbearable. It reshapes memories into meaning. It turns why me into thank God I survived that. And that shift right there, from agony, pain to acceptance, it doesn't come with a deadline. It comes with presence, stillness, faith. Okay? And just when I thought that the storm had passed, I hit another wall. But this time, I didn't fall apart. You want to know why? Because I learned something else, that even joy doesn't last. Even the breakthroughs, the wins, the seasons where you finally feel good again, they too are temporary. That's the high that fades. And here's the real trap. Anytime we feel good, we have the tendency of thinking that we have arrived. So we cling to it, we idolize it, and start panicking when it starts to shift. But try holding on to a high is like trying to bottle in wind. It's impossible. Have you ever asked yourself, what if joy wasn't meant to be kept, but experienced fully, then released? This doesn't mean life is meaningless. It means it's precious. Every second, every emotion, even the messy ones. So don't be caught trying to hold on to the high, okay? And if you can't hold that truth, that everything passes, then you unlock something most people never discover. Have you ever been at a point in your life where you felt like nothing is changing? Regardless of you showing up, doing the work, but still, it's like life hit a pause and you didn't get the memo. Let me share with you something else that I learned the hard way. Just because it looks like nothing is happening, it doesn't mean that nothing is happening. Okay? For instance, a seed spends months in darkness before breaking the soil. A wound, on the other hand, looks worse before it heals. And growth, it's so loud on the inside, but silent on the outside. So, if you're stuck right now, may it be financially, emotionally, mentally, or even spiritually, the last thing you need to do is to panic. So don't panic, okay? Stuck doesn't mean you're broken. It means you're in the middle, the quiet part, before everything blooms. There's different types of middle, but the most painful middle of all is grief. And what grief teaches us will break your heart and save your life at the same time. You see, grief isn't just about death. It's about the loss of anything. It could be the loss of people lose their identity. People out here are losing their dreams. Someone else could be losing a version of themselves that they'll never get back. All that is grief. And grief doesn't care about your schedule. You don't get over it. You move with it. You see, nature knows tides, recede, and return. Seasons, on the other hand, turn without asking. And seeds, they break open in darkness long before they reach the sun. So, my dear, you don't have to rush healing. You don't have to explain your sadness. Time, real, sacred time, is holding you. And if you let that be enough, you'll start to feel something strange returning. Not happiness, not success, something quieter and deeper. That something is peace. The kind of peace that doesn't depend on circumstances. The kind that knows that this moment is already passing. And whatever comes next, I'll meet it when it arrives. That's what "these too shall pass" really means. So don't take it as a dismissal. Take it as a promise that whatever it is that you're in, it won't last forever. That whatever joy you're in, cherish it. Don't cling. And that whatever version of you is watching this video right now is already evolving. So, you're not stuck, you're not broken, you're simply becoming. And time is your quiet ally, the one holding space for your transformation. Well, if this spoke to you, share it out there with someone else who needs to hear it. Because we are all going through something that sometimes we are too afraid to name or to say it out loud. But sometimes the most radical thing that we can ever do is to sit still and trust time. Don't forget to subscribe if you want more of these real, raw conversations about life, money, growth, and of course, everything between. I am Miss Wangui Muithathi, your personal finance and investment coach, and I'll see you in my next video.